Why y'all see me on Twitch having fun? It's people dropping vids. Oh, he sold out. He has 1 million subscribers.
See, I was suspicious. I thought, I was starting to think something, but I'm glad he said it. And a lot of the people who follow SoLLUMINATI, they have what I believe to be a misunderstanding of what true spirituality is. There are people who follow SoLLUMINATI who will say he can't both be spiritual and be playing 2K. Spirituality is all about the immaterial. Spirituality is all about the mind, mastery of the mind, mastery of yourself. Why? Because the what you perceive as your external reality is just a projection of your mind. Escape the Matrix in 2025. Video by Spiritual. So, that boy SoLLUMINATI about to tell us how to escape the Matrix. Let's tune in. Let's listen.
Spiritual soul in the building. Dewey soul in the building. Hoodie soul in the building. Guys, sir. In the building, man. Sample. So look, first thing first. I know y'all ain't heard my voice in a minute. I hope you've been taking care of yourself. And focus on yourself. We in the Matrix. I did a sleep stream yesterday. I changed my mind because people be doing all type of rituals and different spells. Nigga, my whole life is like an anime show. And I'm so aware, and it's like once you become aware of stuff, it's really over. Waking up is not what y'all think. I'm in my 30s now. I'm way older, way mature. Most of the videos y'all see on my channel, I was a spiritual baby. I didn't go through nothing, didn't suffer nothing at the time. Been through a lot, man. Learned a lot. Been away from social media, I feel like, for the past 5 years. Only been posting 1 to 2 to 3 spiritual vids a year. I just been so distant and just basically hiding from what I wanted to be. And y'all got to understand, we in a Matrix. I want to talk to you like I'm FaceTiming you. We in a Matrix. This shit really is ran like a video game. I already dropped a vid about this. Nigga, you have a health bar. You have NPCs whose whole purpose here is to serve you, literally. If you want to put it that way. You got Agent Smiths whose whole purpose is to keep the Matrix intact, cause agendas, cause, fake deaths, all type of stuff, fake news. Bro, this whole world is like a fucking video game. You have spiritual abilities. As long as you tapped into them, you can't lose them. Everybody have creativity. Everybody have magic. You just don't notice. You probably too absorbed in like social media and stuff. You probably too absorbed in the lies that was told to you that you grew up with. A lot of y'all have to understand this is the perfect time for you.
Now, I have a very different take on spirituality than SoLLUMINATI, but I'm going to let it rock for a little bit.
To become what you want, because it's the end and the start of a new celebrity.
There's some things that I guess you could say there's overlap, but a lot of the stuff he says, I have to be honest, I do disagree with. I don't believe that's how reality actually works.
End of celebrities that y'all once knew. A regular celebrity no longer have the same power and ability that they had past this year. I'm going to say this year. Streamers are the new source of everything. And this is some deep shit. I want y'all to really hear me. You watch us sleep. You watch us eat. We cry with y'all. Y'all are emotionally attached to us. You get a chance to get to know me. You know who I am.
I definitely agree with that. Influencers, YouTubers, and especially live streamers have a connection, a relationship with their viewers, their fans, their supporters that old school Hollywood celebrities never had with their fans.
Laugh with me. I'm vulnerable with you. Celebrities, they can't do none of that. They have to protect their image. It reminds me of when Playboy Cardi went on a live stream with Aiden Ross. And remember, he was extremely awkward and weird. He wasn't even talking because he had an image he had to keep. Y'all don't really get a chance to get to know them. Y'all, they pop up randomly. Other than that, you just see them on Instagram and wait for them to drop music or drop a new movie or drop a new TV show. You don't get a chance to really get to know them. I explained to y'all how Beyonce lost 1 million followers in 1 week at the beginning of the year. I told y'all this. People is more tapped
I wasn't aware of that at all.
in. People is more aware. You got all this Diddy shit going on. People are more tapped in and more aware than ever. And the chosen ones, now, all you got to do is just show up. The work has been done. All you got to do is show up. I wanted to come and tap in with y'all because I'm about to be live streaming on Twitch all for the rest of this month. But I had my best ever. Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I had my best month as a creator ever last month. As a creator ever. Ever. I did probably more than 14, 15 live streams. Posted over 10 videos. And yeah, it's sad as hell because I didn't get a chance to really experience all that with my brother, man. It's sad for me.
Yeah, that is sad.
But he always picked me back up and I got to push through. And the same goes for you. If you somebody, bruh, who been having all these ideas and you've been away from social media, or you've been just delaying the shit you plan for yourself. You always got plans for yourself, but you just been delaying it and delaying it and
Now, what surprises me about the fact that SoLLUMINATI still seems to be into conspiracy theories as much as he is, it surprises me that that's the case, because after his brother died, God rest his soul, right? Rest in peace. There were so many vile, nasty conspiracy theory videos that I saw come up that were essentially saying crazy shit like SoLLUMINATI sacrificed his brother for fame and money. And I wonder if that played any role in So taking an even longer break. One, because I can only imagine how emotionally upsetting that kind of thing must be. But also to, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to show, look, I had nothing to do with this. This was not to make me more famous. Here's how I'll prove it to you. Fuck you, I'm gone. Bye. I'm not posting for years. You feel me? I wonder if that was a part of it as well. Who knows? I don't know the guy. But I would have thought that after that, that would have been kind of like a moment for him to like step back and be like, you know, a lot of these conspiracy theory things that I believe and I talk about having to do with celebrities, well, shit, they just did that about me. And I know that's not true. I don't know.
delaying it. Or maybe you feel like some shit is just too toxic or too negative, so you kind of scared to put yourself in that position. Bro, you need to show the fuck up. Bro, God ain't judging you, bro. We're in a spiritual war. And sometimes you got to get put in position so you actually can perform and wake more people up. What I'm saying is, if you're a rapper, no, you're not going to sell out and go to the industry. You're not going to sell your soul and all this shit. But you're going to figure out a way to make your own music, to produce your own music, to go independent. They not going to stop your dream. That dream you had when you was a kid, it never leaves you. You always God's children. It's just when you get older, you got to work hard. It's like you in survivor mode. That's why I said we in a game. A lot of these niggas is living on 1 HP. They don't know about crypto. They don't know about stocks. They can't meditate. They don't eat healthy. They're literally walking zombies. And most of them is our family. And when you're around these people, yeah, you're going to feel drained. You're going to be slowly losing FP. You're going to be slowly losing HP. You're going to be slowly losing ideas, all type of shit. And the more you're away from serving your purpose is bigger than just waking people up. Serving your purpose is literally enjoying and living your best, fullest life, your fullest potential, even if it means showing up and playing video games. You connected with kids. They going to get a chance to know you. They going to start learning, oh, wait, he be doing this. Oh, I know about his spiritual channel now. Oh, I always thought about that. A lot of the shit you're doing is bigger than just what you think. It always been. If you the chosen one, all you got to do is show up. Press record. You don't have to send hate to people no more. You don't have, like, bro, if you've been doing this shit since 2020, I know a lot of people is waking up every single day and they going to come across these vids like they've been doing. So my main channel has been growing and thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking people come and see my second channel on the regular. So while I haven't been here, my purpose has still being served. Why y'all see me on Twitch having fun? It's people dropping vids. Oh, he sold out. He has 1 million subscribers.
See, I was suspicious. I was starting to think something, but I'm glad he said it. I think that's the real reason he made this video. Interesting title, Escape the Matrix in 2025. It almost feels as if SoLLUMINATI is in this video asking for permission almost, because this is on his spiritual channel. And a lot of the people who follow SoLLUMINATI, they have what I believe to be a misunderstanding of what true spirituality is. There are a lot of different lanes that call themselves spiritual. Some of them are fundamentalist traditional religions, and then some of them are this more, what would wear the title of New Age, right, form of spirituality. But they both get it wrong when they focus on the external. What do I mean by that? And I mean that there are people who follow SoLLUMINATI who will say he can't both be spiritual and be playing 2K. They'll say he can't both be spiritual and be collabing with big streamers. Can't react to funny shit. That is fake spirituality. So is this obsession over conspiracy theories and fucking what celebrity doing this and what. All of that shit is bullshit, external garbage. As Jesus says, the flesh profits nothing. Spirituality is all about the immaterial. Spirituality is all about the mind, mastery of the mind, mastery of yourself. Why? Because what you perceive as your external reality is just a projection of your mind. That's the reality of it. Your beliefs about yourself and the world around you shape the reality that you experience. Like my boy Nero Knowledge, who is a spiritual YouTuber that I actually co-sign heavily, as he would put it, there's one earth, but 8 billion worlds. Every person has a different experience of reality. And that experience of reality is 1000% shaped by what they believe to be true about themselves and the world around them. That's why you have black people on YouTube who will say racism doesn't even exist. And they're not lying, they're not capping, they're not trying to pander to anybody. That's their experience. Why? Because they don't believe that racism exists. Like, not this systemic, widespread racism that you'll hear on the television. Then on the complete extreme opposite side of that, you'll have black people who feel like they can't go a day without suffering racism, without being a victim of racism, that their entire life is determined by the whims of racists, of white racists in America, determine how much money they'll ever be able to make, where they'll ever be able to live, what they can do, when they can do it, where they can go. And they're also not capping or exaggerating or lying. That is what their experience of reality is. But both of those people live in America. Shit, they might even live in the same city. And so that's what real spirituality is. It's coming to the understanding, and you can check out if you want to explore these ideas more. And listen, man, we can find this in the Bible. We can find this in the Quran. I'll give you 2 verses to show you that this is a new age shit that I'm just making up, pulling out of my ass. Jesus says in the book of Mark, Jesus says, anything that you ask for in prayer, if you believe you have received it, past tense, notice there. He says, if you believe you have received it, it will be yours. That's law of attraction, law of assumption. If you believe that something you want is already in your possession, God will give it to you. In the Quran, it says that Allah will not change the condition of a man before he changes the condition of his heart. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing that a little bit more. I don't have that as memorized as the Bible shit. But the point is, if you want something to change in your life, and you're a Muslim, right? You want something to change in your life. The reason that shit isn't changing around you is because there's something within you that needs to change. What is that? What could it possibly be within you that needs to change? It's your beliefs. It's what you think to be true. There's also a hadith. Hadith is essentially, it's not the Quran, but you know what I'm saying, there are different writings that complement the Quran that carry a lot of weight in Islam. And there's a hadith, I think it's from I can't even pronounce the name of these shits, but I think it's the Sahih Muslim and the Sahih Bukhari, something like that. These are very, legitimate ones. It says something along the lines of where Allah is saying that I am whoever my follower believes me to be. Essentially saying, if you think God is a harsh God, if you think he is a vicious, harsh, unforgiving God, then that's the God you'll experience. If you think that God is a generous, loving, kind, forgiving God that wants you to have good things, then that's the God you'll experience. Notice how in those writings, it's not saying that God is the permanent, like, stationary standard, and he will decide whether he's going to be kind to you or generous to you or harsh with you. In that hadith, it's saying you decide how God treats you based on how you see him. Now, again, I am neither a Christian nor a Muslim, nor do I believe that these holy books are, divine or anything like that. I think that they have spiritual wisdom because we are spiritual beings and we have been thinking about these things collectively as a race for as long as human beings have been a thing. And that wisdom gets encapsulated in different books to service different cultures and different peoples at different points in time, right? If we can even go back even further to the Hermetic writings of the ancient Egyptians, where they talk about the fact that the universe is mental. They believed that your experience of reality truly is a projection of your mind. He who controls his mind controls the world. And that is actually the case. It's not a symbolic thing. It's not something to encourage you to practice self-discipline and controlling your emotions. This is literally how the world works. What you focus on, you get more of. You focus on bad shit, you get more bad shit. You focus on good things, aka gratitude, you get more of that. Right? To whomever has to him more will be given. That's in the Bible. And so that's what I believe true spirituality is. You get to decide what your reality looks like and how you experience it based on what you choose to believe and where you choose to focus your energy. And so all these people who think spirituality is about what kind of foods you eat and, what kind of music you listen to and what kind of shows you watch and celebrity rituals and all in witchcraft, and the only power that any of those things have over your life is the power you believe them to have. That's true spirituality. That's understanding.
Subscribers. Bro, it's niggas with 1 million subscribers that average less than 10K viewers. It's motherfuckers on Instagram right now with 1 million followers and broke as hell. Bro, a lot of niggas can give you 1 million subscribers right now and you probably won't get no views. It's not what you think. It's little shitters and little kids who play Fortnite with 1 million. It's not what y'all think once y'all tapped into the creativity or a content creator. It's not what y'all think. So a lot of y'all call yourself, oh, I'm a god. I'm waking up everybody. We escaping. And then you exposing other niggas. You call yourself exposing other niggas who's doing the same thing you're doing. You're an Agent Smith, my nigga. You don't even know you're an NPC. You don't even know it. Because if you truly living through your purpose, you won't have to talk about nobody. Especially people who just trying to wake people up. Think about it. They doing the same thing you doing, but you're mentioning and hating on them. Who are you? Sometimes you're going to get put in position. Girl, boy, whoever watching this, you probably a singer, you probably a model. You don't want to put yourself in position to where you all in Hollywood and being bothered because most of them motherfuckers go through all type of sexual rituals and shit. But God gonna put you in a position to where you still gonna probably get millions of followers on Instagram, put yourself in a position to where you can create your own thing now. Sometimes you have to get bigger to wake more people up. Sometimes you have to get bigger to serve your purpose. It's a matrix. And that's why I'm telling y'all right now, if you the chosen one, you have a voice now. If you're a streamer, you have a voice now. They're going to start coming for streamers, obviously. They're going to start trying to come for streamers for politics, to push agendas, to do.
See, and again, that's where me and SoLLUMINATI disagree when it comes to what real spirituality is. If you have a reality where people are coming after you, it's because you've manifested that. It's because you believe that. And anything the believer believes, the prover proves. Anything the believer believes, whatever you believe to be true, that will be your experience, your truth. That's why you can have a Muslim, an atheist, and a Christian so passionate, so certain that they're the one that's right. It's because belief is the foundation of experience. If you believe it to be truth, even if you pay attention to the miracles that Jesus performed, Jesus always said, it is your faith that has healed you, not me, not my power. What Jesus did is he inspired faith in people because, and of course we're talking about the character of Jesus, although historically, more than likely, there was a man named Jesus, who the stories are based upon, but how, the extent to which the stories are accurately depicting history, who knows? But if we just take the stories of Jesus in the Bible at face value, in it, he says it is your faith that healed you. Jesus was supposed to be the perfect example of a man with perfect faith. And so because he had perfect faith, he had God, unlimited God power. That's why Jesus said that if you had faith the size of a mustard seed, you could tell that mountain to get up and go over there. You could tell that mountain to get up and go over there. He was saying it all comes down to your faith. When he healed people, your faith has healed you. And so that's really what Jesus did. He performed miracles to inspire faith in the people who witnessed the miracles. And then it was actually their faith that healed them. It wasn't Jesus's magical powers or anything like that. Again, just going along with the narrative in the Bible. I'm not saying that these things are historically accurate or anything like that. The message to take away from all of that is to understand that you have the power. You have the power to control the direction of your life. You have the power, to create whatever kind of life you want. In fact, you are already creating exactly the kind of life that you want. It's just that you don't realize it. And by want, I don't mean what you say you want. I mean where you focus your energy. It'd be like a guy will say, oh, I want a good woman for a wife, but he only pays attention to IG thoughts. Think about that. That's what most unconscious people are doing. They say they want this, they want that, but they focus on things that are literally the opposite of that. I want peace with my girlfriend. I want a smooth relationship with my girlfriend, but you only fixate on the shit she does wrong. You hyper fixate on the shit she does wrong. Very rarely do you praise her for the things that she does right. But you saying you want a peaceful relationship with your girl. No, you don't. You want to fight with your girl. That's why you focus on the bad shit.
This, to do that. And I'm going to be there getting them out the way. I'm going to be there mentioning it. I notice it. Obviously, my purpose is bigger than just playing video games. Sometimes I become aware of some shit and I got to speak on it.
Shout out to Yo 808. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Yo boy. Yes, sir. Perfect. Shout out to Yo-Yo, man. W. Ray, W. Mans. Yes, sir.
Which is why I got banned twice in 1 month. My best month ever. Fucking love y'all, man. And a lot of y'all on this channel was in there. And that's what I'm saying. On Twitch, I know I can't talk all this real shit that I'm talking on here. I would get banned instantly. God put his best ones in position. Nigga, you can go crazy no matter where you at.
Hey, welcome, man. We're reacting to SoLLUMINATI right now. For those of you just joining us, we're reacting to his Escape the Matrix video. I'm about to play Chain Together with my boy Ashel Dior. And yeah, man, the stream's gonna be going for a good little while, man. So sit back, relax. It's gonna be a good time, man. Make sure to drop that follow, you feel me?
He, she, I don't give a fuck if you're religious, Jesus.
Hey,
no matter
shout
where
out
you
to
put,
you, Yo-Yo.
you can
Thank
maneuver,
you, bro.
You can go crazy. The strongest spiritual warriors go crazy. The strongest soldiers go crazy. I will always have a connection with kids because I'm always connected with my inner child. I will always have a connection with adults because I'm always connected with my higher being, my higher self, my health, my wealth. Nigga, I ain't taking in no negative energy. So what I'm trying to say is, by being the chosen one right now, you are the source of this matrix. There's no more power in the industry. And it's getting clearer and clearer and clearer. The music charts is different. Celebs is moving different. Everything is getting exposed. You just had that streamer university, bro. Streamers are big as, bro. And it could be a phase because pretty sure they're going to try to start clamping down on the streaming shit. Because more and more people is wanting to become streamers. It's just hard for rappers and celebrities to do it because it's hard for them to express themselves because they've been living with an image, or their whole career has been an image that was created for you. You don't know who they is behind closed doors. You only see them temporary online, posting a pic or something. May pop up on Instagram Live once or twice a year, but you got to wait for them to drop something and then go from there. But nigga, streamers, we here with you on a regular for hours. You feel me?
What's good, John?
Times is changing. It's time for you to show the fuck up. It's your time. If you've been away from social media for a minute and you've been putting in the work, it's time for you to show up. It's okay. No matter where you put at, no matter what you thinking while you gone, it's not gonna play out once you live. If you thinking all this shit, you contemplating, you have all, you just trying to think of something. None of that shit matters once you press that button. Once you press record, publish, it don't matter. The outcome is always completely different. It's all, like I said, you can manifest whatever you want. But 9 times out of 10, you can't predict the future. It's not going to happen exactly the way you want it. But it will happen. You got to be able to take negative energy. You got to be able to turn it into a positive. You got to be able to take negative energy and turn it into some creative shit. You don't have to just run around, oh, I'm exposing everyone. You a demon. You living like one. If you feel like you got to expose everybody, all you're going to do is get banned eventually. Nobody's going to remember you. You're not going to have no money, no source of income to help your family. Like, bro, you don't have to send hate thinking you're waking people up and exposing everything. You're not doing nothing, bro.
Yeah, right here. He's clearly talking to somebody's made some kind of spiritual exposed video on SoLLUMINATI. But I guarantee you that guy, he doesn't understand what the point of spirituality even is, man. You know, as they say, again, to quote my boy Nero Knowledge, spirituality without the ability to control your reality is vanity. If your spirituality just turns you into a victim, nigga, you're a victim. The Bible says ye are gods, but a lot of you niggas running around like victims of your reality, victims of your circumstances, not realizing that shit, you have the power
that anybody else can't do. That's what I was thinking when I first woke up, until I kept getting fucking I kept getting copyrighted and 3-month bans on here, to the point I had to move the content to Patreon. Remember, it comes to a point, it's like, bro, I got all these I got hundreds of vids speaking my shit. Like, bro, my purpose is served. Now all I got to do is keep growing my brand. And more people gonna still be coming to my purpose. I get that now. All you got to do is show up.
Yeah, man. But hey, shout out to SoLLUMINATI, man. Shout out to SoLLUMINATI. Interesting stuff. Go ahead and check out my spiritual channel, Eternal Dawn, on YouTube. And yeah, I'm going to put you on game, man. I completely transformed my life in a very short period of time. More than 4x the amount of money I was making. All of my channels are just going up exponentially, growing very quickly. My relationship with my wife and my friends, everything has just been so positive, so great, so healthy. And something super underrated that I don't talk enough about is just how low my levels of stress are. I used to be getting sick. Some of you who've been tuned into my YouTube pages like closely, you would know like every month I was sick. I just kept getting sick, and it's been like that for a long time. And I realize now it's because my stress levels were so high. But the reason my stress levels were so high was because I was anxious. I was worried. I had fear in me because I didn't realize that I get to decide the course of my life in a real way. It ain't just like, oh, you make good decisions and hope for the best. No, you can literally determine your experience of reality. Most people are unconsciously creating a horror movie to live in, and it's actually sad. Most people are creating a horror movie to live in, but you can have a fucking action movie where you are having a great life, man. A great life. But shout out to SoLLUMINATI, man.